Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Dost-isms. This one's a special one though. This one is a special one that's comes after episode 30. I want to begin a revolution, not one of violence, one of the intellect, not one of ideas though, that goes to the intellect, but one that uncovers the knowledge that conceals the intellect that we need to have, that we do not have, that's been denied us, that those in power have controlled to control us. And we're in a time frame now where we have to do something. We have to do something, and I don't want to be political about this, but that unfortunately it has to become political. We have to be political here. We have the death of democracy here. We have a fascist society. We are in a fascist state at right now, as of the 12:32 a.m. on 7/21, July 21st, 2025. We are in a fascist state. There's no denying that. And we have to do something to get out of this fascist state. So I'm hoping that that megas will see what's going on with Epstein and start parting from him and walking away from Donald Trump. But this is not politics. This is not political in the sense of just pounding on megas. This is about our freedoms and liberties. This is about what we can do to take back our freedoms. And we can do something about, aside from all the protests and all those things, the things we can do individually. And what we can do individually is understand the trade secrets, understand why it is that Peter Thiel, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk have become billionaires, how they did it. They did it through intellectual properties, and they did it by an understanding of metaphysics, because that's what this is all about. Our whole system is based on the foundation of metaphysics, philosophies. Okay, and these are philosophies that go to the moral theology. At the end of the run is moral theology, and we don't have any morals in this country right now. These morals are gone. The Christian nationalism is a joke. It's fucking evil, and we have to do something. We have to do something. What's going on here with Trump? It's not sustainable. It's gonna collapse. It's gonna fall apart, and then we're going to have to pick up the pieces and we have to rebuild something new. But I don't have time for that. I'm 61 years old. I don't have time to, I don't have time for Trump. I don't have time to spend every single day thinking about Donald Trump or talking about Donald Trump. Sick of talking about Donald Trump. Everything's about Donald Trump. What about us? What about us? What about us? They cut the mega Congress cut Medicaid, cut Medicare. They gutted the government, took away all cut USA government, got rid of all the good government programs. I'm not saying there's not wasted government. There certainly is. Absolutely there is. But this government does a lot more good than what it is now. Now Trump's just pocketing everything. But we can do something about this. And that is, we can opt out of this. We don't have to be a part of this. We can opt out of it. And and this is the perfect time to opt out of it. It's perfect time to say that we don't want to be a part of this anymore. This is not the country that I was born in. This is a fascist state right now. I want out of it. I want to be out. I want to be out of it. I want to cash out my chips, be out of it. And we can do that. And doing that, we don't have to, if we understood what intellectual properties were, God, it's so important to understand what that capitalized name is, what that means, what that signifies, and what has been hidden from us, the knowledge that has been hidden from us. That's not complicated. It's complicated to understand metaphysics behind it, but it's a very simple thing. This is why government guards this secret like crazy. This is why if anybody talks about straw men or sovereigns or anything like that, the government will go after them. Well, you know what? Fuck the government. The government's a fascist state right now. It doesn't exist. I want my freedoms. I want my liberty. I want my happiness. I want what God gave me, my gifts, your gifts, and we can capture those gifts, and we can do that together. And that's the revolution. The revolution is we do a we build first. We have to build a base of knowledge here, so that we have an understanding what's going on here. And I'm going to try. It should some people are going to have a hard time with it. I'm going to make it as simple as possible, as much as possible, as simple and easy as possible for people to understand this stuff. Now, there's other people out there talking about, oh, we got to go cash out, the birth certificate. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about any of that at all. I'm talking about the credit for our name. I'm talking about cashing out for what we've already put in our whole lives. Everything that's been acting opposite of us. Because we got an evil twin out there. An evil twin is that artificial person. That's a capitalized name that was abstracted from us as an infant. And we'll go through all the philosophy. I've already talked about part of this in previous episodes. We're going to go into more detail. But we have to do something here. I need your help. I need you to join me if you're interested. I need you to, if you're concerned about Medicare, if you're concerned about your Medicare, you're concerned about losing your benefits, you should be interested in this. Okay. This is about facts. I will give you the facts. I will show you the facts. As a matter of fact, the facts are everywhere. Anything I say to you, I can back with facts. And the facts are just everywhere. It's just that we don't know where to look for these things because we don't have any inkling of knowledge that these things exist. And that's the secret. You know, um, we don't have to this is these what the Republicans have done, what the MAGA Congress has done. They've betrayed this country. And if you're a supporter of Donald Trump, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Hopefully you'll be able to start seeing the truth and start realizing that you were lied to. But that's the whole point of this. The whole point of this is to keep our attention elsewhere, so we don't focus on actual things, ourselves, our lives. We fight for our lives. We have these Congress people that we vote and put in power, and what do they do? What do they do? They lied to you. Every one of them lied to you. Donald Trump lied to you. I'm not saying the Democrats haven't done that as well. They have, but the Democrats are a kinder party than the Republicans are. The Republicans are about cruelty. They don't care about you. They don't care about you at all. They care about money. They care about power and control. You know how they get that? They get that through intellectual properties. They get that through the control of man that controls everything. Capitalism. You know, that the secrets that we don't understand that allows the capitalists exploit, you know. Um, we can do something about this, and we have to do something about this. So I want to form a revolution, guys. I need your help. I need you to share this video. I need to start growing this network. I need to start educating people so we can build a good conglomerate of people, and we're going to do a run. We're going to do a run in the Patent and Trademarks Office, and we're going to take back our name. We're going to take back control of the all caps name. I'm going to opt out of this system. We're not leaving it. We're not denouncing our citizenship or anything like that. We're going to become a private contractor, independent contractor in the United States of America that will have immunity, that will be private, and Donald Trump can't do a fucking thing about it. Why? Because we can take this to the international, and we can take it if we have to. We can take it to the international. We can go through the Hague if we wanted to, but we shouldn't have to, because all we have to do is we have to present ourselves an understanding of the knowledge that's been concealed from us, the trade secrets, by lawful order and by moral order. They have to give restitution. Now, is Donald Trump going to give restitution? Fuck Donald Trump. This isn't Donald Trump's decision. But we can cripple this guy. We can defund ICE. We can do all these things. All the programs, everything that's operating ICE, it's all patents. Everything that operates Customs and Border Protection, it's all patents. Everything that operates Treasury, it's all patents. Everything that operates Department of Labor, it's all patents. Everything that operates governments, all patents. Everything that operates the courts, all patents. Everything that operates anything, it's patents. It's patents. And by knowledge of that, we can go in there and we can say, Nope. I revoke all that. I call the hedge on the business model that I did not subscribe to, that I would never subscribe to, that was incorporated to and into by legislative acts, by attorneys at law, but all the people that have the higher intellect than we do that want to keep us dumb, that want to keep us in a state of ignorance. You know, this nation was formed. It's not for our individual freedoms and liberties. It's for the collective good, for the good of society. Well, I'm sorry, but fascism is not for the good of society. And patents, by the way, a patent is supposed to be for the betterment of society. No, the patents that Peter Thiel is doing now is not for the betterment of society. It's for fascism. Okay. The medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, all that stuff. Yes, we benefit from that. Absolutely, we do. But there's much more to that. Much more to that. We're a participant to that. And that we'll get into as we go into the moral theology of this, because there is a moral theology to this. Oh, let me say one other thing. This is not a Christian nation. Not a Christian nation. Period. But that's not to say that there's not a moral theology here, because there is. So what we're gonna go through here, I'm gonna give you the facts. Give you the facts and the foundation of what this nation was formed upon, how it operates, how patents and trademarks operate, what it means, what the symbolism behind it means. The meaning of words is very important here. We're not talking about legalese here, we're talking about patents. Patents are art. Patents are, we're not talking about Alexander Graham Bell's telephone either. We're talking about automated processes here. We're talking about like mortgage loan programs that go through brokers' hands and all this stuff. So it's a violation of contracts that starts with a loan document. It could be a car loan, could be any kind of loan, school loan, or a mortgage loan. And that takes us into this intangible realm, the realm of metaphysics, which is also a spiritual realm, because the spiritual realm is something that is faith, right? It's faith. It's not Protestantism. It's not Catholicism. It's faith. It's faith in God and what our duties and obligations are to God. And there's moral theology to it. And right now, there's no morals whatsoever. No morals whatsoever in society. And if we do not bring morals back into this nation, this world is done for. We're done for. So this is an opportunity to learn together and to have a revolution, a peaceful revolution, to put the pressure on Trump, but also too when Trump collapses, and it will, like I said, this isn't sustainable. I don't know how many people are going to die because of it. People already have died. Donald Trump's already committed genocide. Donald Trump and his whole crew are going to be brought up in The Hague one day for human rights violations and war crimes. They will be because of what they've done and what they're doing, and they're all doing it through these intellectual properties and the things that are unseen and are hidden from us. That's the world that controls our reality. We operate in a world of practical reason. Well, practical reason is really based on is formed by speculative reason, and the speculative reason is the reality that creates our practical reality, and that's not really reality, guys, because it's fabricated, and it's even worse now because you've got a dystopian campaign of disinformation that we've got millions and millions of people living on Earth, on planet B or Earth B, or whatever you want to say. They're not even in reality. And that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. I don't even know if these people can even come back into reality, because they're so far gone, but we'll see. Some of them will. And they're welcome to listen to this stuff. Like I said, if you're willing to listen to the facts, I encourage you to listen to the facts. I'll give you the information, all the facts that you need so you can verify it for yourself. The point is we got to do something, guys. Are you with me? Let's build a network. Let's build a revolution. Peaceful one that's intellectual based. Not on ideas, but other people, but on the ideas of others that have enslaved us. So anyhow, thank you for listening. This is Dost-isms. Please hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And Let's spread the word and help me build this network. Thank you.